Hi guys! So today I thought I'd show you how to do a faux abalone, but I'm going to be using these new pearl clays from Cernit. They're so vibrant and sparkly and I thought they'd be really good in abalone. So I'm going to be using this pearl violet and the pearl blue and the pearl green. I'm also going to be throwing in some one colour of metallic as well though, because I really like this green, and this is the green gold metallic Cernit. You will also need some of the metallic white pearl as well, which I've just got a ball of it here, and some Cernit translucent. Some of you may have seen my mother of pearl tutorial that I did about a year ago. This is going to be pretty much the same technique as that, except I'm reversing things a little bit. With the mother of pearl, I used mainly pearl white, although I used Primo at the time. I used pearl white and I added just tiny amounts of colour to the pearl along with some translucent. For this, because abalone has more vibrant colours, I'm doing it the other way, so I'm going to be using mainly colour with just a pinch of pearl, and I am going to throw some translucent into the mix as well. So I've already rolled out my translucent, and this is rolled out onto a number 3. All these colours are currently rolled onto a number 1, but that's going to change as we go through the process. So translucent to one side for now, and let's just focus on the colours. So I've got the green, the blue, the purple and the pearl green, and I'm just going to take a tiny ball of pearl. Now the reason I'm doing that is because these colours are so vibrant and I just wanted to tone them down a little bit. So I've got a little ball like this. I mean, it's bigger than a pea, but a big pea size. So I'm just sticking that on there, and the same for all the colours. I'm just going to throw in that little ball of pearl just to tone it down a little bit. And that's all you need to do with the colours. So these have got to be thoroughly mixed together. So when I've done that, I will be back. Alright, so I've mixed the colours, so the pearl's been added to each of these and it has toned them down just a little bit. I forgot to mention you also need some black, so I've rolled out some black Cernit onto a number 5. The colours are rolled onto a number 3 and the translucent is also rolled onto a number 3. Okay, so we just need to get our I just need to get my square cutter so I can cut squares out of each of these. You're also going to need the standard blades. I've got a rigid and flexible. Cutter of your choice for your earrings, pendants, whatever. And something to poke into the stack once we've laid it up. And I'm also going to be using just the end of this tool to poke into the stack. So just going to cut out some squares. I'm just literally doing one square of each colour. I'm only making a very small stack. So remember, these are rolled out onto a number 3. Last colour. And then the black, just one sheet of black rolled onto a number 5, and then some translucent. I think I'm probably going to cut 3 squares of translucent, and I think that will be good for what we need. So there's all the squares, and I'm going to leave the black on the bottom. Now the reason I've rolled this out thinner than the rest of the squares is because I don't want a real strong black line running through. So okay, so I'm going to just add the translucent to the top of that, and then I'm going to go, it doesn't really matter which order I guess, and then another translucent, and then the blue, the green, and translucent. So it's a very simple, straightforward little stack of colour. And I need my rolling pin. I'm just going to roll it out into more of a rectangular shape. Like so. And then cut in half and stack. So now we've got that black line running through as well. It's not just going to stay at the bottom. And roll again. Oops. Cut again. Restack. And I'm just going to see how thick the lines are. I think I'll roll and restack one more time. So that's 3 times. Yeah. And restack for the last time. So in total I rolled and restacked 3 times. Now I'm just going to squish all this together, and you can be kind of brutal with it. We want to get some nice lines running through. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my tool that I'm using just to poke some little ridges in there, just random, and then squish it back together. I think I'll do a couple from the side as well. Anything to distort the clay and get that ripply liney look that you get in abalone. Squish the block back together. Now you can see some sort of pattern forming. And then I'm just going to take my ball tool and just poke a few of those in there as well, because you'll notice on abalone there are a few rings going through it, and you can do different sizes. I'm just going to shove one there as well, and that's really, I'm just going to put another one there, and that's really all there is to it. Very simple. Now I've already made some of this using the pearl Cernit range, and the shine is so gorgeous. The microparticles in that are a lot bigger than regular, like with the metallic clays. It seems that the microparticles are quite a bit bigger, so the shine is amazing. So let's just roll this into a nice square block. Make sure everything's squashed back together. Like I say, this is really a small block, but you can still get several pieces out of it. Okay, so that's that. I'll just turn it on its side so I can get some nice cuts from it. Okay, so there's the first slice. Now it doesn't look much at the moment, but once it's been baked, sanded and buffed, you'll see how beautiful it really is. So I'm just going to take the slices, and there they are. Okay, so now we're going to roll this out onto some backing, which I haven't rolled out yet, and I'm just going to roll out some Cernit translucent on setting number 1. And just for reference, so you know, I use an Atlas 150. Number 1 is the second thickest setting. So once I've done that, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I've rolled out my translucent Cernit onto a number 1. And I'm just going to take, which one do I like the best? I think I'll take this slice, and I'm just going to lay it onto my clay And I am literally just going to make one pendant. I want this to be a fairly quick tutorial. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it out. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm just rolling it out big enough to accommodate my circle cutter, and we just need a little bit more. I suppose I could add a little bit more of the abalone, we'll see. And I think that just about fits. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So just cut out your piece. And it's as simple as that, guys. So I'm just going to place this on my card. Oops. And that's what I'm going to bake this piece on. So once it's baked, I'm going to sand it and I'm going to buff it. That's lost its shape a little bit. I'm just going to give this another quick roll and recut because it's lost its shape. This Cernit is quite squidgy and soft, so when you lift it, it tends to lose its shape a little bit. So I'm just going to recut it on here. That's better. And I'm thinking whether to do it as a donut pendant. No, I'm going to leave it like that, but obviously you could make whatever shape you wanted. So simple pendant, and I'm going to put it in the oven and I will sand it and buff it. If you want to see how I sand and buff, I do have a video for that, so I'll leave the link for that. I'll also leave a link for the mother of pearl so you can get an idea of how to do a similar thing but with the mother of pearl colours. So once this is baked, guys, I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back and I have baked them, sanded and buffed them. Well, I say them, I only showed you one on camera, and that's the one that I did on camera. Now I will say one thing about this. I mean, the shine's beautiful, but I will say one thing about this. I think I rolled it out just a little too much, so it's like stretched the pattern a bit too much, so just bear that in mind. But the reason I did that was because it was a bit thin and I needed to put another backing on it, so it is a little stretched. But that's that one. And then I also did this one, and you can see the pattern on this is really good, really nice. And I just added a little strip of translucent in the middle just to add a bit of interest. So there's that one. And then I also did this puffy heart one, and I've not really decided how I'm going to string it, so I'll just put this ribbon through for now and added a little bead. But that's the heart one, and I have got a tutorial on how to do hollow beads, puffy beads like this, so we'll leave the link for that so you can learn how to do that as well, and you can adapt it to any shape that you'd like to use. So there's the heart one. So they're the ones that I've done today, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall catch you later. Bye.